Hi everyone, I hope you're well. It's Serene from Serenity Secrets, and I'm back with another video which I hope inspires you. So what I'm going to share today is about a recent post that I just made just a while ago on Facebook and Instagram, and it's about the importance of living a life of purpose. I know it sounds very cliche, okay, but purpose is so important in giving you that energy, that focus, that direction that you need to live a life that is more directed, to live a life that is more inspired for your own happiness, for your own peace. And your life purpose is essentially something that really anchors you, and it can even save your life, okay, given the situation. Well, it did save my life, okay, but that's a story for another day maybe. Okay, it gives you focus, and that means that you're not going to spend your time wasting away, okay, engaging in idle gossip, and you're going to be less reactive to some of the news that you read as well. You don't waste your energy because you've got something that you're working towards, and you know that your time is limited, your resources are limited. So basically everything that you encounter, okay, how you direct your time, your energy, everything is an investment. You're no longer spending your time, you're no longer spending your energy, you want to invest it towards your purpose, okay? So you become very, very selective in what you want to pay attention to, what you want to talk about, what you want to remain silent about, okay? And that is a good thing. And another benefit of living a life, okay, where you're actually working towards a specific purpose or purposes, is that you generally make better decisions, you know? And I think specifically when it comes to our interactions with people, you will be more careful about who you want to interact with, you know, and you have a very limited bandwidth when it comes to dealing with people who just don't vibe with you, or people who are more interested in things that do not interest you, or things that do not bring you closer towards your purpose, okay? There are people who engage in conversations about things which is totally beyond their control, okay, just for the sake of talking, or because they're just bored, you know, and that you may realize that it doesn't really help you in any way, okay, and because you are so purpose driven, okay, doesn't really bring you closer to your purpose. You may not feel as inspired to hang out with them or to even partake in the conversation. And again, you would be more confident in walking away and in being alone, because you've got this goal that you're working towards, okay, and it's something that really drives you, and again, that's a good thing, okay. So another benefit of having a purpose that you're working towards, a burning desire that you're working towards, is that it can practically help you to survive different forms of crisis, okay. So I mean, again, this is my personal experience, okay. When I encountered my separation, okay, after just a year of marriage, I was obviously heartbroken and shattered, you know, when it happened. But I had this strange sense of calm at the same time, and purpose, because I was still very, very driven, okay, when it came to my coaching or my yoga classes. And it gave me so much of meaning, you know. I know it sounds very, very strange perhaps, but it kept me anchored, okay. And I just felt that I still had something, you know, that was really so meaningful. So in a nutshell, you see, people may walk away, you may lose certain things, your life experiences, you know, a lot of things may change. But if you have a sense of purpose and you're working towards something that you really value, something that gives you meaning, whatever it is that, you know, whatever that is, it's going to give you that anchor and that stability, you know, and that peace, and that is a wonderful thing. You just get out of bed with a sense of conviction that, okay, I know what I want to do, I know where I'm going to go, I know where I want to be, you know, and you just live a life of meaning, okay? And you're less likely to engage in activities where you're just killing time, or you're just distracting yourself because you're just too bored. You won't have a moment where you're just bored and you just have got time to kill, okay? And because of that, you're much more deliberate, okay, when it comes to the different activities that you partake in, okay? You're no longer going to just be with someone because you do not know what to do with yourself. You're no longer just going to be doing something because you are unsure of where you're going to be, and you know exactly what you want to do with your time. Okay, so I think that is a wonderful thing, because we live in a world where there's a lot of stimulus and people are always trying to push things to you, asking you to do this, do that, and you're going to be less likely to be controlled or manipulated by all these external factors, especially fear. A lot of people are trying to push you fear because they're trying to sell you something, and you're less likely to be affected or swayed by that because you know what you want, you know who you are, you know what you're working towards. And you reach the point where you stop explaining yourself, or having to justify why you do not want something. Okay, you just know what you want and what you don't want. Okay, and that gives you a lot of control. And I think another very amazing benefit of living a life of purpose, okay, and knowing what it is that you're working towards, is that you're going to be less of a nuisance to other people, because you're going to be very focused, okay, very deliberate with your time. You're not going to keep pestering people to spend time with you, okay, or just, again, you see, spending time with people is not a bad thing. But have you ever had that experience where you've got people who are always trying to call you or message you because they clearly do not have much going on in their lives, where they have clearly no idea about what it is that they want to do with their time, and they are so bored out of their wits that they have to keep texting you and messaging you? Have you ever had an experience where you encountered such people? Well, I have, and again, no judgment, okay, but it can get pretty annoying. So basically, when you have a life of purpose that is purpose-driven, you're not going to be one of those people, okay, because you are basically on track towards your own goals, okay, and it's just more inspiring, okay. So some tips, okay, for you that I have, okay, because there are some people who I've spoken to where they say they have no idea what it is that they want in their lives, or they've got no purpose and whatever it is, okay. And one of my tips would basically be, you need to simplify and declutter, all right. You need to remove everything in your life that is not inspiring you right now, okay, whether it's in terms of the relationships that you have, okay, in terms of the activities that you do, in terms of what you're reading, what you're watching. If there's anything that is not inspiring you, not making you feel good, or something that you're not vibing with, stop doing it out of routine. There are many things that we don't realize. We're just doing it because we are so used to doing it, and we are afraid of what's going to happen if we remove it, what's going to fill that void. But that's precisely what you need to do. If you want to invite a new experience into your life, if you want to have greater clarity about what it is you want to do, or the goals that you want to work towards, then you need to create that space. You need to create that space, and you just need to get rid of everything else, okay? So bottom line is, you need to decide how important is life purpose to you. Do you want to keep living a life where you're running away, trying to numb that sensation, that emptiness, that there's supposed to be something more that you could work towards? What it is, what do you want to create? To discover what do you want to create? How do you become a deliberate creator? Okay, and I think at the end of the day, it's this balance. We consume different ideas, consume things, okay, but we are also here to create, and creating gives a lot of meaning, a lot of purpose, a lot of direction, a lot of focus to us in our lives, and that is something that is very healing, very beneficial, and it helps you to keep yourself centered, yourself stable, especially in this world that we live in, where it could be very chaotic, okay? You want to preserve your identity in the sense that you know who you are, you know what you're working towards, and you're not going to let all these external factors sway you, okay? So you want to have that sense of direction, okay? And again, you need to have a purpose if you want to work towards that, okay? So sometimes, very often in fact, people do ask me, what are my goals? What is my purpose? And I'll just say that I'm already doing everything it is that I want. okay? And my purpose, I don't really get into the details because I don't think it's necessary for you to get into the details of your goals with people, okay, unless you're working specifically with a coach who's helping you to work towards your purpose, or maybe a loved one whom you really trust, who's aligned with your vision, who is supporting you or whatever it is. Otherwise, there's not much of a point in just talking for the sake of talking about your purpose or your goals. You're much better off just working towards them, and when it materializes, when it manifests, people can see for themselves. Okay, I think it's a lot more powerful that way, and it's a lot more practical that way as well. Okay, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to be working towards it. Okay, unless of course you're co-creating something with someone and working on a project together, then it's a different thing. Okay, so I hope that this sharing inspires you to live a more purpose-driven life. And that's all from me today. And if there's anything that you want me to share that is wellness related, do drop me a message and let me know what is it exactly that you would like me to cover, and I'll be more than happy to talk about it on video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click the link and do subscribe, like, comment, whatever, okay? And I'll see you soon. Bye.